My name is Cynthia Thomas, and I'm playing the role of Armelia. And I had the pleasure of going out on the road and working with the Pointer Sisters when they did Ain't Misbehavin'. So I developed as, I was first an actor in the show, and then I went on to take over the show as dance captain on the road for a year with the Pointer Sisters. Ain't Misbehavin' has been a gift to me. It's a show that's alive and vibrant, and it breathes. And book shows do that, but this show is different because every song just brings you to the next one. And I don't know, it's hard to describe, if you're not in it. But it's a blessing. It's been a blessing. I hit all the high notes in the show, and sometimes that can be like, oh, really? I have to sing that high again? But other than because by the end of the show, you would think, oh, the show gets easier as the show goes on, and now we're at the 30th song of the show, and I'm singing in the stratospheres, and I'm like, really? But at the end of the show, I'm like literally up in my high register, and I put all that energy into from the start of the show, and now I'm at the end, and I still have to work as hard as I did at the beginning of the show. There's no let up. We call it a speeding train. Once you get on, you can't get off until the end. There's no stops in between, there's no pickups, there's no delays. It's a continuous piece for 2 hours. Our rehearsal process is, we don't sit around the piano and sing. It doesn't happen. We might sit around the piano and do like maybe 2 or 3 of the songs, and then all of a sudden we're up on our feet moving. And you're like, what happened? I thought today was going to be an easy day, but it's never an easy day. Well, I went to the Educational Center for the Arts as a dancer. That's what I thought I was going to be. But they put me in musical theater class on a fluke, and I fell in love with it, right away. It's like, oh, I always loved musicals. I always, I'm an old-timey movie watcher. I love all those Debbie Reno movies and, Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly. I mean, I just adore that whole period, the musical, movie period. I love that, But then when I was thrown into it in high school, I was like, oh, I think maybe this is what I want to do. Before that, I wanted to be a veterinarian. So that is a huge difference. Veterinarian, actor. I'll be an actor. Performing in my hometown for the first time ever is pretty exciting. My family, my friends, everyone's very excited. My mother is just over the moon, although she won't tell you who she is, but she's just ecstatic. They have groups coming. She has groups coming. She's gonna throw a wine and cheese party one night after the show. She is, she tells everybody, and everybody knows about Ain't Misbehavin' coming to Longworth. If they know my mother, they know the show's coming. Even if they don't know my mother and she runs into you, she's going to tell you, oh, they're doing a show called Ain't Misbehavin' at Longworth. And my daughter happens to be in it. She's excited. And it's going to be fun being able to perform here for the first time. This is a musical that should be and must be enjoyed.